Here is a controversial take. Bitcoin ETFs are even worse for crypto than centralized exchanges. Here, let's have a look at this article, which, by the way, is not by a neutral author. Joseph Tetek is a Bitcoin analyst for Trezor, and Trezor is a hardware wallet. So he's very much a man of self-custody, not third-party custody. That's what happens with ETFs. And so look at this. Want some worthless paper Bitcoin? With the rise of Bitcoin ETFs, you might soon have the chance to invest in something as worthless as the US dollar. Very harsh words, very much against the general sentiment right now, where everybody is applauding Gary Fink of Blackrock of starting this Bitcoin ETF. The spot ETF that has to be backed by physical Bitcoin. But let's have a look at what Joseph has to say. In the context of Bitcoin is often seemingly positive news that is harmful over the long term. And vice versa. Short-term negative news often serves to strengthen the ongoing case for Bitcoin. A good example of the latter is the 2017 block size war, when the Bitcoin community split into the big block camp that launched the Bitcoin Cash fork and the small block camp that implemented the segregated witness upgrade in Bitcoin. While the result was chaotic in the short term, with many Bitcoin critics seeking to dance on Bitcoin's grave, it proved to be one of the most important lessons on decentralized consensus and paved the way for the layered scaling via the Lightning Network that we enjoy today. For an example of good news turning negative, we don't have to go too far back into the past. Up until late 2022, FTX was the prime example of crypto going mainstream with its Super Bowl ads, stadium naming rights and glossy magazine features. But in the end, FTX proved to be a ticking time bomb that blew up in everybody's face and set back the industry's legitimacy by years. And so he continues, Bitcoin-linked ETFs are an even worse idea than centralized exchanges, as there is zero possibility of withdrawing the underlying instrument, that is, the Bitcoin. This means the holders are never able to take advantage of the single most important feature of Bitcoin, the ability to control their own funds without a need to trust anyone. Very good points, right? With the ETFs, we are trusting yet again a third party. We don't have self-custody. We are potentially exposed to government overreach. The only thing it continues to help with is a hedge against inflation. So really, Bitcoin ETFs are either an instrument for the lazy people or for the kind of capital that can't go directly into Bitcoin, right? If you say, for example, in a 401k, you can't start self-custodying your Bitcoin. You have to use traditional finance. So will the ETFs help to raise the price over the long term? Very likely yes. Would I advise to use them if you don't have to? Probably no. If you're saving with your own dollars, simply just self-custody. You can use any wallet, you can use a Ledger, you can use a Keystone Pro, you could use a Trezor. But in the end, it's very hard to anticipate how hostile regulation will get against Bitcoin. If things get really, really heated, then hard assets can become illegal. We have seen this with gold. At some point in the past, it was illegal to own gold. You had to sell your gold to the government. And if you didn't hold your Bitcoin by yourself, but instead you had it in a bank deposit box, then c'est la vie, the gold is gone. There is a non-zero chance that this could happen to Bitcoin as well. And so why take on the risk? Why take on the additional fees that you have with an ETF when there are already solid solutions for that problem? If you've got Telegram, feel free to join us. Simply search for Bitcoin Strategy Channel within the Telegram app. You can also click the link down below. Looking forward to chatting with you. Bye bye.